Good morning, everyone. This is Jeff from the Cyber Pro podcast back this morning with another guest to talk about cybersecurity. Hackers never sleep, so neither should we. I'd like to introduce Praveen. Good morning. Please tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Good morning, Jeff. Glad to be a part of the podcast. And let me introduce myself. I'm Praveen. I'm with BluSapphire, an exciting cybersecurity startup. We build fantastic products which are enterprise grade from a cybersecurity point of view. More about me, I love cooking. I'm a passionate cook, and at times I do listen to music. That's me.
Good. When I get hungry, I'm coming to your house.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Question number 2, share with us the most fascinating aspect about being a cyber professional during these crazy, can we call it that, crazy times?
Absolutely. Let me tell you, sleepless nights, more business, jokes apart, but the best part is you get to talk to new people day on day. You get to solve some real problems for businesses, and the satisfaction that you get once the major attack has been addressed, enterprises are at ease, businesses are at ease. You love that satisfaction at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's always a cat and mouse game, so we appreciate and are thankful for the wins when we're able to get them.
Oh yeah.
So on cybersecurity, on all levels, we hear consistently and constantly from professionals that it's getting more serious. The attacks are becoming more numerous. The hackers are getting smarter. AI is being enabled. And so we're entering a new phase of cybersecurity. When you hear about that looming black cloud, what does that mean to you?
Let me add one more point to it. We've been constantly seeing that the cyber attackers are being funded by venture capitalists as well. So, of course, they will run after money, isn't it? So, yes, the threat landscape is indeed changing. And one thing that we have to understand is no matter what an organization's size is, are they small, medium, enterprise class, what kind of business verticals they are in healthcare, pharma, manufacturing, you name it, all of them are at risk. And what we have to understand is threat landscape has changed dramatically in the last 2 to 3 years, especially with COVID. What we have seen is businesses have been pushed to adapt digitization, which means absolute movement towards cloud infrastructure in hurry. And the reason I'm using hurry is purely to ensure that the business continuity is not taking a hit. Now, with that being said, just because movement of an application from on-premise to cloud needs a lot of analysis to be done. And because we are in this constant hurry of ensuring that the ops are not taking a hit, there is a lot of compromise being done from a security point of view. And this is absolutely being exploited by the attackers. And just to give you a perspective, the attackers have gone much more sneakier. We're talking about ransomware, we're talking about data stealing. All that has been happening for a while now. But what is now also happening is a large amount of data manipulation, which is ensuring that organization decisions are taking a lot of hit in terms of how the data analytics are being performed. We're talking about data being the oil, and we are also talking about cyber criminals just behind that oil as to how you can actually manipulate to their advantage.
Yeah, I've been taking, you heard my typing, I've been taking some notes. I'm going to come back with some bonus questions at the end of it because you've got some very interesting insights. But let's talk about question number 4 right now, which is your question. What insights or advice about how to get ready for the inevitable holiday season spike in cyber attacks would you like to share with our community?
Absolutely. It's an absolute valid question, I should admit. I think what we have seen what has happened on July 4th, which makes, or which is an absolute push to the industry that we should be super cautious of how we are venturing into holidays. My opinion is it is seriously important that we stay much more proactive and focus upon ensuring that the processes are in control. Users are well educated in terms of how they are perceiving their work activities on day-to-day basis. Because what we fundamentally see is education is an absolute key to success, especially the users, because 67% of organizations today are super terrified that majority of attacks that an organization is seeing is somewhere down the line linked to a user, which means that the users are at the first stage of weakling who are indulging in an attack knowingly or unknowingly. Now, that said, the focus on how do we prevent this situation, how do we control this scenario, is by focusing upon building a unified structure of approaching this problem of identifying a cyber threat and responding and remediating to a cyber threat in a much automation driven approach rather than people centric approach, because we're talking about systems which are so interconnected today. They are super close, at the same time they're super far as well. Not everything is technology, Jeff. At the end of the day, there is a lot of emotions involved with people and people talking to each other. I see an attack today, and say you're sitting in Los Angeles, and for me to guide you in how to stop an attack or how to respond to an attack is super challenging. Utilize automation. Think of unifying the entire perspective of how you are approaching the problem of detecting a cyber attack, responding a cyber attack, and remediating it as well. Let's not just talk about great technologies, because we've seen largest of the organizations being hit by the cyber attackers successfully, and they have deployed best of the technologies over there. They have shunted millions of dollars, if I will. And let me tell you, they have best of the people, best of the processes in place. That is not just working fine, because fundamentally there is a challenge, and that challenge should be addressed, which is go for a unified security operations, if I will, from a process point of view, technology point of view, and people point of view.
Yeah, that is that we can go on for a long time about the challenges and the benefits of that. For those of our viewers who want to learn a little bit more about you, a little bit more about BluSapphire, your company, the services that you offer, what is the best way to get a hold of you guys?
Oh, so we are pretty much available on LinkedIn. I'm super active personally on LinkedIn. Our community page is super active on LinkedIn at the same time. Please do visit our website. Our sales team is super connecting. So you reach out to them. I'm sure they're bugging out with solutions and helping you out, more importantly, on how to address your challenges.
Excellent. And we have 30 seconds left. So with question number 5, something fun. Tell us a little bit about your favorite piece of retro technology and why it makes you smile.
Good question. It is pretty much linked to the computers as well. So we are in the year 2021 on the most sophisticated Macs and servers of the world. But my childhood, I still remember playing Pac-Man Dave on a machine which had less than 640 megabytes of hard drive with 2 megabytes of RAM. Wow. And we had those large floppies on which you copy those games and deploy them and start using them. We were just not petrified of any transactions. We were not terrified about any cyber attack then. Probably playing Dave and Pac-Man on those retro machines was my favorite thing.
Awesome. I don't think we were worried about cyber attacks because there wasn't enough memory to do a cyber attack.
Absolutely.
And thank you for being here today, and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you, Jeff. See you. Good luck.
You made it to the end. Thanks for watching the Cyber Pro podcast today. You can find more content here and there.